Hi again, guys. Today we are going to decode some poetry that I wrote, and poetry is really beautiful. Uh, I think if there's one skill that I'm good at, I think it's poetry. So that's why I'm confident that I will be able to talk about it and in return transmit something of essence to you. So let's pick up that book. So this is my poetry book. Can we turn the camera three times? Yes. So this is the poetry book that I wrote, and let us open it. I don't know if you can see the words. You can, I guess. So the poem starts like this. I bought this pretty little book to unfurl some lines of poetry. So the impulse really started from just buying this book and wanting to write something in it. And it's quite a pretty looking nice book. So when you buy something like that, there is an impulse that you want to work on, and that impulse is writing. But I didn't know what to write about. I just wanted to write because, this was a beautiful book. So then I thought, okay, why not maybe just write about poetry itself. So I wrote, but what is poetry itself, you might ask. Then poetry is the irrepressible affection to play with stationery. I wrote this line because I wanted to sort of pay a homage to this book, which is a piece of stationery, and that's why I included this line. Then, what else about poetry? Well, poetry to break the rules of grammar in inventive ways. I hope you can see that. Let me just readjust it. I think this is a very important line. Poetry helps you to, not stick to the rules, stringent rules of grammar that you are taught in school and that everybody operates with. You can actually break the rules. You can, change the spellings of words. Uh, Sometimes you can use present tense in a manner that is absolutely wrong, or you can use past tense uh, while trying to depict the present or the future in a way that people will not immediately understand, but it will affect their subconscious. So it opens the mind to new possibilities. If I could have given you an example, that could have been much better. Mm. Say, for example, you can invent a word. Say, if I want to say that open the mind, I could say that fluses the mind, that fluses through the mind. Now, there isn't a word called flus, but it's sort of an omnotopia. Omnapotopia. I can't say that properly, but it's basically a word which sounds like what it means. So, fluses the mind, and that could be a way of breaking the grammar. To bend the fabric of mind with the power of words. So, poetry is also very important because the person who reads it, his or her mind can actually get deeply affected through the words. to ensure a hidden sense of musicality. You know, lines have a certain length, and sometimes you want to keep the length in a certain way. You don't want to increase more words because it kind of doesn't sound very in tune with the lines before. So that is the musicality of poetry. Then I wrote about this why. So I began writing poetry to express honesty. Of course, that's simple. So that it be deciphered not through the meaning of my words, which means that I write poetry, but you don't have to really read. I mean, you have to read it, but you don't have to really think of its meaning and understand, oh, what is he saying by this? Let me understand that line again. But through the mere ingestion of it, just like a pill. So basically, you just read it as if you're taking a pill, and it will do whatever effect it has to do. So, can you flip it now to my face? So that's a very important line, and I think that is what poetry is really about. It's just words that affect you, that affect the senses. You don't really have to sit and deconstruct it. I'm doing it right now because I'm showing you and I'm teaching you what poetry means, but when you're reading it, you don't really have to deconstruct it. You just have to read through it and let it do its magic. Some people might feel something, some people might feel something else, but that's how it is. It'll do what it has to do. Um, and it's 12 a.m. at night, and I'm a little sleepy, but I wanted to record this video, so there you are. And bye bye. Thanks for watching again.